Well, that is definitely not what we wanted to see. What is going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Well, as you can see, it is a very rainy day here in Alabama. Which is okay. I'm okay with it not being 100 degrees out for once. However, it is also not the best thing in the world because I had hopes of working outside all day today. We're approaching mid-July, which is crazy because this year's flying by. But that means we're getting closer and closer to the fall, which I'm super excited for because that just means deer hunting season is only getting closer. Which also means we need to start prepping now. We need to start getting some food areas ready, need to move some blinds into a little bit of better areas. I do like to move my blinds around just to kind of test out different areas, and when I start scouting in like really early fall, late summer, those are kind of where I'm checking to see, okay, is my blind gonna give me a good shot here? Is it gonna be a bad shot? Do I need to move it? And that gives me time before hunting season actually gets here to make those changes before really disturbing the area too much. But it's raining, so we're gonna have to sit this rain out. It's not supposed to rain all day. I'm just hoping that the sun doesn't come out after the storm, because if it does, it's gonna be super steamy and humid. So hopefully it'll stay a little bit overcast. It's okay if it's sprinkling. We'll wait the storm out and then we'll see what damage we can do. Can't forget the old chainsaw. Oh, and completely dry. Oh, that's just lovely. Wonderful, great job, Chase. Alrighty, so it finally stopped raining, at least for now. Unfortunately, my biggest fear did come true. It is now very steamy and humid outside, and I'm already soaked, so you know what? It's gonna be whatever. But the spot we are at right now is a spot that I call North Blind. It is where I have killed my first buck. I've killed a couple of deer in this general area, and we've just recently worked on expanding this clearing that's behind me into a bigger space. So everything over here, pretty much past this trail right here, everything on this side is brand new. My parents worked really hard. They cleared this out. Just wanted to make a path that actually goes to the creek back there. And of course, we had to throw the old mole tree up on the tree right there, because that's where we're seeing all these deer. So currently my blind is sitting right there behind me, that little orange thing, and we're gonna move it about 30 yards to the east, and we're gonna sit it actually on top of a little ridge that's gonna have a better shot and angle, I think, come fall when these deer are gonna be over in this new clearing. So the blinds can actually sit right here where those leaves are moved, and I'm gonna remove some of these trees here, and that's gonna give us a perfect kind of down angled shot into that opening right there. Now, another thing to think about when you are choosing a new hunting location is you want to have a very quiet exit and entry plan. What that means is when you are walking to or from your spot, you want to be as quiet as possible. That way you don't spook any deer or any animals in the area. So you really want to avoid rocks, dried leaves, anything that's going to make a bunch of noise. You kind of want to avoid that and eliminate that before it gets too close to deer season. Luckily, the area behind me actually has a trail that comes in from the field, comes up and around here, and it's going to be mostly grass. I am going to weed eat it and probably blow it out at some point. That way we get rid of all those leaves. It could be mostly grass to come in. That way it's a nice and smooth entrance. And one more thing that I'm going to take into account when choosing a new hunting spot or repositioning my blind is where are the deer coming in from. At this spot, most of the deer take the trail that's right behind me. It's not the big wide open trail. Matter of fact, a pretty small one that they choose to go right behind the tree line of our big field behind me. And another option that they often like to choose is right here where this new opening is. There is a trail that goes pretty much all the way back into some open woods where it's easy for them to get around. They like to come into this spot a lot, usually in the morning time, sometime in the evening times as well. And here's a little helpful trick. If you don't know where deer are coming in or out of your property, the best thing to do, just get out and walk. Look for footprints, look for scrapes, look for rubs, any signs of deer. That'll kind of help indicate where these deer are coming from, where they're going to bed, how they're getting to food sources, and all sorts of stuff like that. Alrighty, so that is enough of the talking side of things. Now we got to get to the actual work side of it. The first thing that I'm going to do is probably take those trees out. There's a few small trees that are in the way that are just not going to give me a good shot. So we're going to take the chainsaw to them, probably going to weed eat the ground where we're going to move this blind to. We're going to rake all the leaves up. We don't want to make any noise when we're inside that blind. Oh. And after we do all of that, we'll move our blind over, get it situated where we want it, make sure we have a good, clean shot that'll get us to where those deer are gonna be at. So we've got our area cleaned out, everything is good to go, and now this is the fun part. Moving the disgusting bug and spider infested blind from over here back to where I just cleared out. So that'll be a fun experience. All right, let's pray to God that there's no snakes inside of here. I don't see any. Doesn't mean, oh, there's a huge spider web. Oh my gosh. That thing is massive. I guess we'll unhook her and start dragging it. I guess that works. Oh, holy bugs. Ow. Oh, there's a hole. Oh my gosh, fell straight into probably a moccasin hole or something. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I was going down. There's a spider out there. What's up, fella? Oh, I thought it was all over for me, boys. All right, so she is put in place. Now we just got to check our shot to make sure that it's going to be a clean one as I step into the spider infested space. I know these technically aren't spiders. I don't think. I still don't like them. Beautiful. Exactly where we want this to be. The only thing we're gonna have to fix is the space in between the blind and the ground. Really, you don't want any space there. That's just more room for your scent to get out and under. So I'm gonna fill it in with some dirt and some limb. That way we are fully sealed up. So this gives us a perfect shot to that tree right there, kind of right in the center of that new clearing. I am gonna measure it and see how many yards it is, but it is a perfect shot. Either window, left or right or left. And the other, that way I can still have my camera set up and be capturing the moment while still have my rifle sticking out of one side. So this is about where our shot would be at. And then there's our blind way up there. And it looks pretty good. It's pretty well hidden. I'm gonna add a little more cover, but this is kind of just giving you perspective of what it looks like from this far away. So from the blind to the center of the spot, it is a 40-yard shot, straight shot from the blind down, which is a really good range. Now, I'm not scared to shoot a deer further than 40 yards if I have to. However, getting it to a good close range where you can take a comfortable shot is always nice as well. Now, there is just a little bit of a trick to this, and when you're taking away cover, because you want to have a good open, clear shot, you do want to get rid of some cover, but you don't want to completely get rid of all of it where you disturb the area too much and the deer know, all right, something's up. So what I'm actually gonna do is take all this cover that I tore down behind me, and we're gonna neatly place it around my blind. That way it just blends in with the landscape just a little better. So we added a little bit more of our cover back in there, and I think it looks pretty good. So there we go. Step one for the 2026 deer season preparations are done. We've got our spot picked out. We've got a good clear shot. And maybe I didn't mention this well enough at the beginning of this video, but this area is already holding deer. I've seen plenty of does. I've got some weird buck that's showing up here. I do have some corn thrown in this area. There's still a little bit left, so I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Maybe later this week I'll come and throw some actual protein feed in there. But this spot is good. We are set. We're just gonna keep feeding these deer, keep making them happy. And when October, November rolls around, we'll get rolling to putting some deer in the freezer. And I also think that we have a pregnant doe showing up here. I'm gonna put a picture of her up right now. You guys let me know, do you think she looks pregnant to you? She looks pretty wide to me. So I'm thinking that she's gonna be dropping some fawns here come this next month. Well, I am absolutely disgusting between the sweat, the humidity, the bug spray, the water droplets, everything. I am soaked from head to toe, so I'm gonna go and shower for the next 2 days. But in all seriousness, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm super excited for this next deer season coming up and being able to share it with you guys. Looking really looking forward to sharing that with you guys come this fall. I plan on making a couple more of these 2026 deer season preparation videos. I hope they're useful and helpful to you guys out there that might be interested in hunting as well. These are just some of the tips and tricks that I like to do prepping for a season. This is my 3rd year hunting coming up, so I'm not an expert by any means, and if you have any tips or tricks from me, feel free to leave them in the comment section, because I am always open to new and better ideas than the ones that I come up with. But like I said, that's gonna do it for me, so I appreciate you guys watching. If you will, please hit that like button down at the bottom and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free here on YouTube and it helps me out a ton. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day. I'll catch y'all on the next video.